Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The Mira Awards will begin in just a few moments.
Mira plays a really important role of recognizing really great work that's going on here in Indianapolis.
When you walk into the reception area and you see CEOs and CIOs and chief technology officers, professors, and other community leaders, you realize the depth of talent and expertise that these folks bring to the process.
We like to be associated with folks that like to be the best of the best, and that's what TechPoint is out there to do, is to recognize those technologies that are impacting multiple industries and helping companies become the best of the best.
For the winners, it's not just about the trophy and the award that will go in the lobby, but it's about the exposure and the recognition that they get inside of Indiana in the technology community and outside of our state.
We were able to attribute somewhere in the neighborhood of about $1.7 million in sales directly from people that came from a place seeing the Mira Award, getting into our sales funnel, and then eventually becoming clients of ours.
What's very interesting to us is to come back every year to the Mira Awards and see those new young entrepreneurs with these new startups. You always wonder that at some point it will stop, but coming back to the Mira Awards every year continues to give you, satisfaction that the community is going to continue to thrive and advance with all these new developments and efforts that are going on related to technology in our community.
The TechPoint community has done wonderful things to grow and develop and nurture the organizations here, and the Mira Award is effectively their crowning achievement. If you can win that, it's the greatest organization for the tech community here in the state, saying this is who we believe earned recognition above all others.
Things are really going quite well here in Central Indiana. They are really going well. There's some really bright young stars starting new great companies, and I'm confident that our future is going to be bright.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage TechPoint Chairman Mark Hill.
Wow, 1,000 people come to Mira? What's that? Awesome. It's really great to see all these fine people in this audience, and here to celebrate such great achievements and good things that are going on here in Central Indiana with technology. As I kind of think back a little bit, it was 25 years ago when software artistry kind of started off, and Don and a couple guys kind of figured, hey, let's try something out, and we'll try maybe this artificial intelligence thing out, and maybe this and that. And that kind of got things started. There really wasn't much going on back in 1990 in Indianapolis. I think the whole tech community met at Sunrise Cafe up in Carmel. Then 2000 came along, and we had the bubble, and there was a lot of energy around things then. And there were some young guys that were coming around trying to get some money. Bill Godfrey and Scott Dorsey, trying to get a couple bucks here or there, and seeing what they could do with aspirations of building great businesses. And kind of the difference between 1990 and 2000, I think, is about an order of magnitude difference. But it was a pretty small base in 1990. But as you kind of look out between then and today, and you just see what's happened here, and the jobs that are created, the wealth that's been created, the awesome people that are part of it, 1,000 people showing up for award ceremony, it's awesome. It's really been fun to watch. And if you think about technology and the businesses that Don and Scott and Bill and the Angie's List team have built, and you think about the wealth created, I just think that's getting the cycle going. There's just more money, there's more capital, there's more people that know what they're doing, and it's good stuff. And so it's been fun to watch that and play a small part in some of those businesses and see the young people today, the Orr Fellows and the startups that are going on and the things that are happening today. And so tonight is about celebrating the things that are going on now, about the great work that's being done. and to try to envision a little bit about what it's going to be like 10 years from now and the great things that are going to be going on then. So welcome. Thanks for coming. And I want to introduce our new chair. So I'm really excited about our new chair, our new president. I've been trying to give this job away for several years. So Mike Langellier, Orr Fellow, successful in a software business, successful starting a software business, successful selling that business, and I think we were really fortunate to be able to recruit him in to lead with the kind of energy and enthusiasm that he has. And I got a couple stories to tell, but he made me promise not to tell them. So maybe after a cocktail, I'll get there. But what an awesome person. I'm so happy to be having Mike lead our organization. So please help me welcome Mike Langellier.
Are we having a party yet? So I've only been here since December, but to many of you I promised a party here. So we're trying to make good on that. Welcome to the Mira Awards. Not only welcome to the Mira Awards in general, welcome to the largest Mira Awards ever. So last year we had 720 people in this room. I'm not as good at math as my BKD friends here, but Greg, going from 720 to over 1,000, that's almost a 40% increase, right? We'll take that. Welcome, not only to the largest Mira Awards in our 14-year history, not only the largest attendance, but the largest class of finalists as well. That speaks volumes about the health of this community and its growth. And even the largest class of judges. We dig deep to get judges that bring expertise to the process, credibility to the process, authenticity to the process, so that we can truly say these are the best in tech in the state of Indiana. And to be able to have a wealth of quantity and quality to pull from, even from the judges, speaks to our community and its growth. So now, the challenge to all of us tonight is let's make this the best, most fun, most memorable, most impactful Mira Awards that we've ever had as well. The Indiana tech community is alive and well, so let's celebrate. One thing to celebrate that we've seen in the news a little bit is that only 5 other metro areas in the whole country have produced more Inc. 500 companies per capita than Indianapolis. Inc. 500, for those of you familiar, are the fastest growing companies in the country, and most all of them are here in attendance tonight. It's because of this and the recent IPO and startup activity that we've seen that a couple months ago, a group of us, invited by Startup America, the Case Foundation, facilitated by Michael Coffey, I know you're here tonight, were invited to represent Indiana tech and the startup scene at the White House and present at the White House, along with 10 other states. There were only 10 other states that were invited to come present. And there were many things that we took away from that experience with, but one of them, we realized what we took for granted. And I think it's embodied in this room. A lot of the states, those 10 other states that presented, they don't have things like this. They don't have communities like this. They don't have a Mira Awards. They don't have a TechPoint. They don't have a Speakeasy, a Verge, a Orr Fellowship, a Developer Town. They don't have a Sprout Box, a Launch Fishers. And so as a result, when those states declared in front of senior officials and Todd Park, the CTO of the United States of America, it's not a bad title, they set forth what they wanted to do. Many of those said that they wanted to build something like this. And it was reinforcement to us that we've got something special. And thanks to dozens of people in this room, we already have these things in place, and that gives us a huge advantage for the future. So, speaking of people to thank, the Mira Awards only happens because some very committed organizations and individuals make it happen. And I want to thank them here before we get going. You'll see on the screen some of our organizational sponsors that make this happen. Our presenting sponsor for a long time, BKD Thank you, BKD, Greg Rexing. If you come up and join me, he's going to be my co-pilot tonight. That's great. We also have our platinum sponsors, Purdue University, Ice Miller, Indiana University, our gold sponsors, Ball State University, Compendium, Granola Video, Comcast Business Class, Barnes & Thornburg, Halo Capital Group, Ivy Tech Community College, Indianapolis Business Journal. Come on now. Our silver sponsors. Our gold sponsors, sorry. Indiana. We have Indiana representing Indiana tonight. Marquis for this great production. Market Path, Radius, Interactive Intelligence, Fagery Baker Daniels. All right. Angie's Lists. Exact Target, Navidar, Scale Computing, Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. Awesome. And I have to send a personal thanks, and I'm going to surprise the folks that this is thanks to. But I did come in December, and I very quickly said, guys, to the TechPoint team, this is going to be the biggest Mira ever. We're going to add an after party at the end. It's going to be higher production value. We're going to have fun stuff like ice sculptures and roaming magicians, and we're going to have a discounted ticket for young people to get them in the room as well. And in 90 days, they made it happen. They being the wonderful Annie Grinstead, Patsy Lentz, Joshua Hall, Ed Schneider, Raquel Bamunde, and others. Thank you all for making this happen. All right, so let's get started with what we're actually here for. To give awards to the best in tech. We have about a dozen categories this year, some of them new, and some of that is because we've had growth in areas of the industry that didn't really exist previously, and they justified having a category in and of themselves. And our first category is one of those. First of all, let me take a step back. Let me give you just a quick background on how we got to today before we get into the awards. Well over 100 nominations poured in from all over the state. 39 judges then dedicated over, I think Joshua, it was over 700 hours cumulatively to review each of these applications. Those 39 judges were CEOs, CIOs, CMOs, venture capitalists, university and community leaders, among others. And they ranked each one of those applications. And then based on that ranking, we determined who were finalists. And then each of those finalists came in and had a big day at Barnes & Thornburg where they each presented to their group of finalists. So it was a day much like this, fast and furious, but we got it done. So we're going to celebrate the winners based on that interview and that application process. And as we do that, I'm going to ask the winners to approach the stage, get your trophy from Greg. We're going to have our photo op right here. And then you're going to have an opportunity to give your acceptance speech, 45 seconds, to say, to share about your company, the team that might have helped make it happen, your discretion. And then I would ask you before you kick that off, say your name and where you're coming from. And then we'll move on to the next award. So let's get started. So our first category, again, was one that last year was a different category, and we split it. It was Emerging Media Award, and we split it into mobile and then also into marketing. So we don't have a winner in this category from last year. But this is the Mobile Technology Excellence and Innovation Award. And this award honors the firms or individuals whose mobile achievement exemplifies the very best of the category, sets a bar of excellence, and serves as an example for others to follow, especially this being the first year. So Here are the finalists.
Mobile Technology, Cause.IT, Mobi Wireless Management, Exact Target, Indie Audio Labs, eImagine Technology Group, Ball State Emerging Technologies, App Press, Blue Bridge Digital, My Mobile Fans, BitPal.
And true to our Oscar style, we have the envelope. The winner for Mobile Technology Excellence and Innovation Award is BitPal. Would the representative for BitPal please come forward? So BitPal has solved the challenge that arises when, for example, 1,000 people try to engage in the same charity auction at the same time using the same mobile app. And they've been able to do this successfully with their client auctions and help their clients raise additional thousands of dollars. Congratulations to BitPal. Yes. We're going to get a photo here real quick. Great. Here's the clock down in the bottom.
Oh, wow, it's time. There's a clock. I just want to say thank you first to TechPoint for honoring BidPal tonight. We're so honored to be in this category with some phenomenal companies, many of which that we have worked with and for before. I want to thank the huge group of folks that are here tonight with BidPal, not only the ones that are here in the room tonight, but we have folks all over the country executing over 40 events tonight. So it happens with the hard work of a lot of people. When I was getting ready for tonight, I couldn't help but think back to 5 years ago when we were giving away our first few events, and Hamilton County Youth Services Bureau paid us $100 for an event. And I thought to myself, at least we know someone will pay something for this. And here we are, 5 years later. It's been an absolutely amazing journey, and we're not done yet. So, thank you very much.
Our next award, the Innovation of the Year. This award is given to the company that has created an innovative and novel proprietary technology here in Indiana. We did have a winner in this category last year, and we're going to do that baton pass as they pass this award to the next person in that category. Last year's winner was IVM. Please welcome Kevin Dunn to the stage. And our finalists are
Innovation of the Year, Emma's Communications, Phoenix Data Corporation, Yikes, Optimizer, Scale Computing HC3, Exact Target, TransWorks, Time Compression Strategies, Treaty by Code Together, Indigo Biosystems.
And the winner for Innovation of the Year award is Indigo Biosystems.
Congratulations. Let's get a quick photo.
I want to thank TechPoint for this fantastic award in the community and the entrepreneurial community in Indianapolis, very specifically the 21st Century Fund, without which we really wouldn't have been able to get here at all. The backing of the startup entrepreneurs in the community. My partner, Raul Zavaleta, who's been at our side from the very beginning. And I work with an incredible team of remarkable, hardworking, brilliant people. And I can't wait for what we do next.
Congratulations. Our next category, Corporate IT Excellence and Innovation. So this award goes to the internal teams that don't necessarily get the glory on the outside, but help it make it happen on the inside. And the winner of this award last year was Polaris Labs. Please welcome Polaris Labs to the stage. Don Woods. And the finalists for the category are?
Corporate IT, Indiana Public Retirement System, Hillrom, Telemon, Zona Infotech.
It's you.
And the winner is, in the category of Corporate IT Excellence and Innovation, Hillrom.
From what I understand, Barb, you rolled out a massive ERP project successfully, what, globally? Without a hitch. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. This award is the ultimate in team sport, and I'm real thrilled to have a lot of our team here. But for the 100 employees in Batesville in IT and the rest around the globe, this is quite an honor, because as Mike said, you know, we do our job every day. If it works, you know, we don't hear a thing. If it doesn't work, we hear everything. So I am so honored to represent this team. I've had a lot of teams over the years, and I will tell you honestly, in respect to some of my former team members in the room, this is the best team I have ever led. I am so proud of us. We have pulled off so much in this last year. When we wrote up the submission, we couldn't even believe how much we'd actually accomplished. And some of that was with partners in the room here. So, you know, there are at least 10 partners in this room that helped us pull this off. So thank you for the joint effort.
This next category recognizes the intersection of technology and another discipline. In this case, it's health. Something that's been an increasingly hot topic and important for the future of our country. The Health Information Technology Excellence and Innovation Award. Nominees for this award should demonstrate a measurable impact on Indiana patients by enhancing the care or the affordability of care through the application of technology. Last year's winner was Indiana Health Information Exchange. Harold Apple is here to represent. The finalists this year are?
Health IT, MediaLinks, Diagnotes, PolicyStat, HC1.com, Solstice Medical, Vocare.
And the winner is HC1.com.
Wow, thanks TechPoint. This is a really prestigious award, tons of great competitors in the category, and we're really proud to be the winners. HC1.com is the ultimate healthcare CRM. It's a solution that's being adopted faster than any other cloud healthcare solution on the planet, and that success is solely driven by our team members that are here. You guys got to stand up. We have a fantastic team. They work their butts off, they're smart, and more than anything, There they are. They are so passionate about helping their customers succeed. I also have to thank our customers. They are enthusiastically transforming the healthcare experience on our platform, and we are really proud to accept this award. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nobody has the key. I've never seen you like this before.
Next up, IT Tech Service Excellence and Innovation. This award recognizes significant contributions to customer success through the design, build, and support of tech infrastructures, managed IT, and other tech services and solutions. Finalists and winners strive to embody their role as partners with their customer's business rather than a reactive vendor, much the same position as Barb and her group served in. Last year's winner was Sensory Technologies. Derek Paquin is here to represent. The finalists this year are
IT Tech Services, Lead Gen, Scale Computing, 6 Feet Up, Schneider, Interactive Intelligence, Holeo, KA+A, Comcast Business Class, Rix Software, Business Purchasing Solutions, Sogeti, Sproutbox.
And the winner for IT Tech Service Excellent and Innovation, Lead Gen.
I know the judges had some difficulty with this one. This was a tough category as well, but Lead Gen emerged as for what they've done and the intersection of technology and helping to boost sales and sales leads for many of the companies here in the room tonight. Congratulations again.
Wow, that's a surprise. Thank you. First and foremost, I want to thank my business partner who I've been working with for our 9th year now, Bill Johnson, who's been a tremendous mentor to me and obviously a huge part of Lead Gen and our growth. I also want to thank the tech community. We obviously work with a lot of the tech companies here. We have the benefit of seeing your great go-to-market strategies and being part of this exciting community, and we love to take your solutions to market. So I also want to thank our team because at the end of the day, we're in the people business, and we grow because we add great talent. I want to ask my team to stand up for a second, introduce a few people. Jen and Jen. We hire other people other than the gents, I promise. Marianne, again, some challenges. Megan, Melissa, Cheryl, Allie, and Morgan. Mary, thank you so much for all your efforts. This is really your award.
Chivalry lives. So I mentioned at the outset that we split a category this past year that was the emerging media category, and here's the other half to it. I won't make a statement about which is the better half, but it is the other half. And that is the Marketing Technology Excellence and Innovation Award. This award recognizes those that have made effective use of new media or other online marketing content or software as a service to achieve a defined goal. Representing this year is going to be Radius, as the winner of the broader category last year. And Talby will be coming up to announce the winner. Finalists are
Marketing Technology, Angie's List, Jasubi, Right On Interactive, Firebelly Marketing, Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
All right. And the winner is Angie's List.
Angie's List was chosen because it proved the value of content marketing, a big topic in the industry, with its performance improvements of its applications, double-digit page load speed increase, 10 million more page views, a triple-digit increase in organic rankings, and a triple-digit sales increase. Not bad.
Day by day, soon the change will come. Don't you know we took a big step
first of all, my team was supposed to come up, so team, please follow direction and come up.
You have 41 seconds.
Okay. So I guess the best thing about this award is we didn't know what to expect tonight, but I think when I volunteered to take the SEO job at Angie's List, I honestly didn't know what those 3 letters stood for, but tonight it stands for some great things that the right team and a really great group of smart people can accomplish when we put our mind to something. So I'm just really excited that this award for us means that entrepreneurship is alive and well at Angie's List despite our scale and our growth. We've got a lot of great talented people and a lot of great ideas, and we're just getting started despite the 18 years of history. So thank you to everybody. Thanks to Mike, and we're just really excited for everything that's coming this year and the years after. So thank you, and thanks to the team. Great job, guys.
Speaking of marketing and mobile technology innovations, how many have the new mobile app? Have you guys been using the Mira mobile app? We got the QR code reader on the front of the program and everything. We're actually, this is a high-tech awards this year. But speaking of those things, we've made some significant innovations here at Mira and also with TechPoint as well, because we talk about the fun tonight, and that's important, but more than a fun time to get together, as you saw in the quote from Joe at Slingshot, this award ceremony and all of the news that comes out of it, it generates real business results, real revenue, real clients, real validation for the businesses that are in the room. And so we wanted to build a platform that supports you guys. We wanted to take our own presence and take it to a place that could better help create success stories like Slingshot SEOs. The part of that story that's not there is, for those of you who know Slingshot, SEO is what they do, search engine optimization. Driving web traffic is what they do. Well, Joe also shared that the highest web traffic day, and put in the context, if you remember back a couple years, Slingshot was, I believe, number 58 in the Inc. 500 list of fastest growing companies in the country. The highest web traffic day in the history of their company was the day after they won a Mira Award, higher than after they won for fastest growing company in the country. So we wanted to build a platform that supports you more broadly. We built a mobile app with the help of 6 Feet Up that you're using tonight. Thank you. We've got pictures so that we have visual assets, especially for social media and other things, and Banio Photography helping us there. We have Radius in the back in their command center, helping to broadcast our message to the world, not just those in the room tonight. We have Granola Video, which has done a fantastic job with. Did you guys notice Siri in the videos? Did you guys pick up on that? So thank you to you. And the latest effort, we've been working with the great folks at Compendium to launch a brand new TechPoint.org. That's okay, come on. It's going to be significantly more attractive than the last, which is important, and also much better oriented to telling the success stories from the many companies that were finalists and winners in this year's Mira Awards. So look for that, leverage that, utilize that, use that in your marketing materials to tell your story again as we get our community, Indianapolis and Indiana, onto a national and global platform. We were excited to release that yesterday. There's nothing better than actually being able to take that app live, and we got to do it again yesterday. Okay, on to the awards. Our next category, TechPoint Young Professional of the Year. If I can get my, yes, guys, I'm cheating. I have a little screen up here. Perfect. Sorry, actually we have, the next category is Technology and Education. Excellence and Innovation. So this is another awards category that we changed this year. We broke it into two. There were deserving candidates in both, and they were different types of candidates. This is about using technology to further learning and student achievement, which is very, very important. And so we chose to recognize two winners in this category. Course Load won this award last year as a whole, isn't able to make it tonight, so we'll go ahead with the announcement. The first one is focused on K-12. So we took this category, focused it on K-12 excellence and innovation and the impact that they're making in the classroom. The finalists for this year, for the broader
Technology and Education. Herf Jones. Vizzy. IU Anywhere. Sonar Studios. The Venture Game. Curriculum Loft. Center Grove Community School Corporation.
For the award of Technology and Education for K-12, Curriculum Loft. So Curriculum Loft was chosen for its role in innovating educational software and hardware. Curriculum Loft is a mobile learning solution providing curriculum management, student device management, and automated assessment delivery for one-to-one programs with students.
Wow. I have to say, I feel like I'm one of the luckiest people in the room because I do get to make an impact on students' lives across the country. What we do is we actually look at how students are changing, how content and curriculum is changing, and how our kids learn differently. We've come up with some ways that really innovatively allow students to do things outside of the classroom as well as inside of the classroom. I have a phenomenal team of people behind me, including our family owners, Jared Gaiman, Dale Gaiman, and Sue Gaiman. Much appreciative to them and everyone else on our team. So thank you.
Okay, the sister to this category in the post-secondary, the winner is IU Anywhere. The Indiana University Client Virtualization Team, otherwise known as IU Anywhere, was chosen as the post-secondary winner. Congratulations. IU Anywhere represents the first virtualization initiative to succeed at an institution of Indiana University's size and scope across all 8 campuses, and the judges were particularly impressed with their bring your own device user approach.
On behalf of Indiana University, we really appreciate this award. There's so many people that make this happen, and as Barb from Hillrom said, we consider IT at IU a team sport. Now, some of you might think there's another team sport at IU, but we're taking home the hardware, guys. So, there we go.
Efficient and to the point. I like it. So the corollary to this award is now we're going to translate this into an individual. Technology Educator of the Year. The finalists this year were
Technology Educator of the Year. Jennifer George Palanis. Ramesh Venkataraman. Marvin Bailey. Ronald Morris and Paul Justwicki. Jake Chen.
Unfortunately, Ali Jafari, who won last year, was not able to join us tonight either, so we'll be announcing in his stead this year's winner, Marvin Bailey. Marvin is awarded for the impact he's made on thousands of kids across the state, both directly with his work in schools, as chairman of the TechPoint Foundation for Youth, and his work in also lobbying for additional funding for the educational sector.
Oh, wow. First of all, let me thank Don Kent and Net Literacy for nominating me. I had no idea they were going to do that. I really appreciate their nomination. I thank Mark Hill and Mike Langellier and the Mira organization, the TechPoint organization. It's just been fantastic. to work with these guys over the years. You know, about 25 years ago, I kind of looked at life and assessed myself and said, you know, when they plant me 6 feet under, I want somebody to say he made a difference while he was here. And you know, the good Lord has really given me those kinds of opportunities through the years, through the help of so many others, and for that I just have so many to thank, and just hope there are many more opportunities to influence K-12 education technology, because we're going to do it in the state. Good luck. Thank you.
This would be a suitable time as we talk about education and then get into some of our professional categories to talk about the Orr Fellowship. It's a critical initiative that we've all invested a lot into. I've been a personal beneficiary of that program, both professionally and also personally with my wife, being an Orr Fellow. But nonetheless, we have one of the founders of the program and also the director of the Orr Fellowship, Scott Brenton, to tell us about the successes of that program over the years.
Thanks, Mike. Welcome, everybody, and congratulations to all of this year's finalists. Before I talk a little bit about the Orr Fellowship, I'd like to offer my view on TechPoint through a little personal story. When I was a kid, I referred to my father's parents. I called them Nanny B and Grampy, and they were farmers, and as you can imagine, a couple of Indiana farmers, they had some funny sayings. Grampy used to always talk to me about making sure I gave a little extra effort at everything I did and always strive for that last inch. And Nanny B's, one of her favorite reminders, she constantly talked about make sure every place you visit, you leave it a little bit better than you found it. And strange as it may sound, when I think of TechPoint, I actually think of Nanny B, because TechPoint and the ecosystem that Mike was describing earlier, TechPoint is really the tip of the spear when it comes to teaching all of us to leave Indiana a little bit better than we found it. Getting onto the Orr Fellowship a little bit, the fellowship was founded in the fall of 2001, and our mission has been and was at the time and has been pretty simple. We're trying to create an entrepreneurial response to Indiana's brain drain problem. We are tremendous exporters of human capital, and that is not a good export to be a leader in. Our program's pretty simple. We scour Indiana colleges and universities every single fall looking for seniors who have demonstrated great leadership. And then we pair those seniors that we find with high-growth Indiana companies for a 2-year postgraduate work assignment. Over the 13 years that the program's been in existence, we've placed nearly 200 young professionals at almost 50 Indiana companies, 10 of which are finalists for awards this evening. Many of our Orr Fellows, thank you. It's amazing to me, I look at people like Mike and the legions of Orr Fellows that are at Angie's List and Exact Target who were very early in the program's history. Many of them are leading these companies today. Other Orr Fellows have started their own businesses, and quite a few have gone on to further their education, get master's degrees. And just real quickly, here's the list of places they're going. The Booth School at the University of Chicago, Cornell's Johnson School of Management, Georgetown University, Harvard Business School, the Kellogg School of Management, Wharton, the London School of Economics. We are churning out some really talented folks. And as proud as I am of our last 13 years, I really want to highlight the difference that TechPoint has made on our organization. During the first 8 years of the fellowship, we placed about 80 students in these 2-year work assignments. So about 10 students per year. 4 years ago, Mark Hill came to me and he said, hey, Scott, let's get the fellowship to partner with TechPoint. Let's take this thing to a new level. And in the 4 years since, we expanded our board. We started giving it a little extra. And we have placed over 100 fellows in the last 4 years, 33 of which are going to start their new assignments in about 2 weeks. So on this evening where TechPoint is doing so much to shine a light on our growing businesses, you know, I just want to close by thanking everyone at TechPoint for all they are doing to leave our state better than they found it. And I know my Nanny B would be proud.
Thank you, Scott. All right, to the next category, which is TechPoint Young Professional of the Year. This award is a young one as well for our young folks in the crowd. The award recognizes a 30-year-old or younger that demonstrates excellence in his or her professional position, as well as contributes to the industry and society in positive ways outside of their career. The judges requested that we say something about how amazing this group was and how hard it was to choose a winner. We'll show you that group now, the finalists for this year.
Young Professional of the Year: James Payton, Nick Carter, Santiago Jaramillo, Derek Beckay, Gotham Dillon, Matthew Anderson, Janine Blevins, Denver Putt, Jason Decker.
And the winner this year, Santiago Jaramillo. Founder and CEO of Bluebridge Digital. Founder of a couple companies already, right? Valedictorian of his college class at Indiana Wesleyan. Perfect GPA. Not a bad start.
Well, thank you, everyone. This time last year I was taking finals, so that's a bit of a different situation. No, really, I mean, that's possible because of people in this room. I stand on the shoulders of giants, people like Tim Kopp, people like John Wexler, that have been so gracious with their time and with their mentoring. And really, it's unnatural for someone like me to have this opportunity. I mean, I came to this country 12 years ago, knowing very little English, and so really, thank you so much for just believing in me. The best definition of entrepreneurship that I've ever heard is by Reid Hoffman, the founder of LinkedIn. He says entrepreneurship is like jumping off a cliff without a parachute, right? And trying to figure out how to build it on the way down. And there's people that have jumped that cliff with me, not knowing what the parachute is going to be. My business partner, Mitch Shields, which isn't here right now, he's coding for Bluebridge, which is awesome. Adam Partner, our third business partner, Ian Illig, Chris Weber, and just an amazing team that has really given me a chance to lead an amazing team. Thank you.
Right. The next award category, Tech Startup of the Year. The award recognizes startups that is under 3 years old, that have an innovative approach and a successful and well-balanced management team. The company must deliver new and measurable value to its customers and be able to demonstrate the ability to preserve and sustain organic growth. Last year's winner was Tinderbox, and Jesse Kurth is here to join us tonight. The finals for this year are
Tech Startup of the Year: My Mobile Fans, Data Realty, Cause.it, Jada Beauty, Cloud One, Bluebridge Digital, CoachX, Bloomerang, Steady Serve Technologies, Appeal Track, Emerging Threats Pro. Smarter Remarketer. MaxTradeIn.com.
The winner of the 2013 Tech Startup of the Year is Smarter Remarketer.
Smarter Remarketer is a 2-year-old company that helps retail giants like Finish Line and Sky Mall learn from people who don't buy after shopping online, and then shows them how to recapture the sales. In 2012 alone, they launched 4 critical product innovations. Congratulations, guys.
All right, we just are amazed that with the level of competition up there that we had even a chance of winning this. So this is just a shock to Angel and myself. First of all, I'd just love to thank TechPoint for the wonderful event that they've put on, the support of all the volunteers and folks that are here, as well as a whole slew of other people that I know have put tremendous amount of time and energy into this event. I'd also like to thank a slew of angels for getting us here, and I can say angel investors, and there's a big angel behind me, which has special wings, and he's been really the key innovator in this business. I think I've been just helping him a bit now and then and keeping him on the straight and narrow. As well, there's a tremendous team, if those guys could stand up, that have just put in so much time and energy, and in the face of a lot of stiff competition in the market, and we're just so thankful to be here and see the kind of spirit of entrepreneurship here in Indiana, and that's awesome. And I think we're all winners and all part of that spirit of entrepreneurship and innovation in Indiana, and let's keep it rocking.
Before we move on to the next one, the judges insisted that we note 2 honorable mentions, two companies that they said had to get attention and be recognized. And I want to recognize them now. Guys, we do have a special trophy for these 2 companies, and we'll ask you to pick it up at the photo station afterward. These 2 companies, Blue Bridge Digital. The judges felt strongly that this first-time founder, Santiago Jaramillo, which you heard from earlier, and his team, deserve to be recognized for their significant accomplishments in such a short time, such as pioneering the field of mobile apps as a service. Congratulations, guys. The second is a company in Lafayette, Emerging Threats. Thanks for making the drive down 65. Originally founded as a cybersecurity research community, Emerging Threats Pro caught the judges' attention due to their global reputation as the de facto standard network-based malware threat detection. Congratulations. Okay, we're going to companies that are a little bit more aged in their category. Emerging Technology Company of the Year. This award recognizes Indiana companies with 100 employees or fewer that demonstrate outstanding and innovative tech products or services, financial strength, and overall success. Key considerations are positive financial performance, sustainability, impact on the industry and market, as well as accomplishments as an exceptional corporate citizen. Last year's winner, I'll call up now, iGo Digital, Matt Brown representing. Our finalists for this year.
Emerging Technology Company of the Year. BitGal. Scale Computing. PolicyStat. Fathom Voice. Ticket Tracker. FormStack. Jisuthi. Indigo Biosystems. Tinderbox.
And the winner for Emerging Company of the Year, BidPal.
BidPal is chosen because of the results it delivers to its clients, often charities, helping them significantly increase their fundraising and ultimately cause outcomes. The judges believe BidPal has a very strong growth strategy that's bearing positive results. Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, TechPoint. Congratulations to the BidPal team. It's been an amazing ride the last few years. Congratulations to our development team for developing a product that's really revolutionizing charitable fundraising and making no one want to go back to paper ever again. So thank you very much. Congratulations to the team, Rachel, Carrie, our development team, John and Troy, John, Miller, Rick, and Dan, Courtney, and many other people who aren't here. I know I won't mention everyone. Keep up the great work. This is just the beginning. Congratulations. Thank you.
We are coming down the home stretch, our last company award, Tech Company of the Year. The award recognizes companies with more than 100 employees who also demonstrate outstanding and innovative tech products or services, financial strength, overall success. Key considerations are positive financial performance, sustainability, impact on the industry and market, and accomplishments as an exceptional corporate citizen. Last year winning this award was ExactTarget. Scott Dorsey, please come to the stage. CEO of ExactTarget, the finalist this year.
And the winner of the Tech Company of the Year is Interactive Intelligence.
The universe with our heartbeats tonight. Don't let go. We're moving up in the speed of light. I say you. I've been waiting for a long time.
It's only 45 seconds, but I still had to write things down because my memory at my age is only 45 seconds long. I'm honored to accept this award on behalf of our 1,500 plus team members located here in Indianapolis as well as around the world. And I know we're here to celebrate technology tonight, but I think it's really important to understand that it's more than just technology when we talk about successfully fulfilling customers' dreams. And so rather it's because of the team at Interactive Intelligence and their collective desire to be the best at what they do that makes i3 technology special. I want to thank all those associated with TechPoint for giving our team members this tremendous award. Thank you.
It's worth noting, Interactive Intelligence, I believe, correct me guys, last year 208th largest technology and services, software and services company in the world, right here. Being honored for that tonight, and their software's ability to lower costs, increase productivity, improve customer service, and in some cases, their customers are realizing up to $1 million in cost savings. Congratulations. All right, we have two special awards to close out the night. The first of which I'm going to turn over to Mark Boxberger, our TechPoint Foundation for Youth, for our TechPoint Foundation for Youth Bridge Builder Award. The TechPoint Foundation for Youth Bridge Builder Award is given annually to an individual program or organization that has demonstrated beyond the call of duty a sustained ability to inspire the next generation of Indiana youth. Mark, please come up and join us. Mark is the chairman of the TechPoint Foundation for Youth.
Thanks, Mike, and thanks to the TechPoint board and staff for allowing us to share the stage up here tonight. I think this year the relationship between the organizations has never been stronger, and we're just truly grateful for that. Before I introduce our Bridge Builder Award, I also wanted to thank those of you that have bid on the silent auction items and bought tickets for the raffle. I know Mike said he wanted to kind of liven things up and make it fun, and what's more fun than a wagon full of booze being dragged around? But the real joke is we didn't buy it. We just broke into Mike's liquor cabinet and loaded it up. But TechPoint Foundation for Youth is a venture philanthropy organization, and we work very hard to serve underserved youth in Indiana and to get them excited about STEM programs, to get them thinking about careers in science, technology, engineering, and math, which is good for all of us sitting in this room, right? We have a tremendous need for people coming out of school with that kind of training. And so our foundation focuses on that. We focus on underserved youth, and we help them dream about, and we help them realize their dreams about these kind of opportunities. Our 2013 Bridge Builder Award winner this year is also an organization that focuses on dreams. They focus on underserved youth as well. And the Bridge Builder Award that we give every year, we look for an individual or an organization who does just that, who helps bridge that gap with kids and with youth that may not have ever thought about these kind of careers. And our award winner tonight, they help expand the dreams of young people. And we have a short video that will introduce the organization that we're recognizing tonight. Could you run that video, please?
When I was growing up in East Oakland, I felt like we were kind of boxed in, but football gave me an opportunity to see outside of that environment. And what I wanted Dream Alive to do is to offer opportunities to youth to see outside of their environment, but not just using the athletics as an avenue out, but using the resources that the community has to offer as an avenue out of their immediate environment. One of the things that we do is we involve local businesses that have positive influence and effect on the community, and we expose our inner city youth to those businesses. What we feel that does is it really brings some context to why they're going to school, what kind of things that the community has to offer, and really what drives our community.
Regardless of people's sort of situation, if you expose them to the right things and the right role models, you never know where they'll end up. You have these experiences where you witness something different and it sparks some interest, and before you know it, they're on a path and they're more curious, and maybe they investigate that further, and ultimately it may lead to to a whole career track or a whole life that wouldn't have been there in absence of that.
With my education, I didn't know what I wanted to be until I went into Dream Alive. If we didn't have Dream Alive, I wouldn't become the leader that I am today.
In the work that we're doing at Dream Alive, there's just so much to give. We feel like we've had an opportunity to have touches in a lot of different sectors and impact a lot of different areas of the community. So we're grateful for what we've been able to do.
So the Bridge Builder Award is not just the award we're going to present, but also a financial contribution to support the organization. Tarek and Maya Glenn started Dream Alive back in 2001, and in that short period of time have made a tremendous impact on young people in the city of Indianapolis and central Indiana. So please help me to welcome Maya Glenn up to the stage, our 2013 Bridge Builder Award winner.
Thank you so much. I first just want to let you know that Tarek isn't able to be here tonight. He is on a mission trip in Africa, so he has a good excuse. But he is going to be so sorry that he missed this event. We are truly, truly humbled and honored to be recognized for the service of Dream Alive and what we do in young people's lives. And it's just, this is a great honor. And I'm kind of emotional because I'm like, oh my God. So, so I do want to thank you guys so much. And I also just, on behalf of my husband and the great staff of Dream Alive, We want to thank TechPoint and the TechPoint Foundation for Youth for believing in us and supporting us, and just thanking you for this amazing award. So thank you so much.
Okay, our last award of the night, another special one. This is our TechPoint Trailblazer in Technology Award. The TechPoint Trailblazer in Technology Award recognizes individuals whose vision and efforts in advancing technology in our community have made a lasting and significant impact on Indiana. Trailblazers are among the state's most influential thought leaders on technology, and each has been a catalyst in the growth and success of Indiana's tech community. Bill Godfrey is going to be joining me here as last year's Trailblazer of the Year winner. Thanks, Bill. Previous winners included Scott Dorsey, Bob Compton, Joanne Gora, Scott Weber, Will Davis, Michael McRobbie, Mark Hill, Scott Jones, Jim Eifert, David Becker, the Lilly Endowment, Martin Jiske, and Bill Godfrey. An impressive group. Bill?
Thank you, Mike. I am so very happy to announce this year's Trailblazer in Technology Award winner, which I have to add is long overdue, is Dr. Don Brown of Interactive Intelligence. It's great to see your smile, Don. Before we watch a video in honor of Don, I thought I would briefly share with you how Don has impacted my own life. I remember back in 1991, as a young newlywed, I moved to Indianapolis to work at a company named Software Artistry. And I remember showing up on the very first day of work, my very first job, and I met Don, very first meeting I had. And for the next 5 years, I had a tremendous opportunity to watch his brilliance and his vision just come to life. Imagine how great of an experience that is for an aspiring young entrepreneur. And then in 1998, when I was trying to get a Primo started, Don was one of the first supporters and investors. He believed in me, he believed in my vision, and it's just made all the difference in the world. And I share that story with you because I know many of us, I'm not the only one, have similar stories to share about how Don has impacted our careers, our personal lives. And so Don, on behalf of all of us, I'd like to extend to you a huge thank you. I can't tell you how much it means. Let's roll with the video.
When I think about technology and software companies specifically in Indianapolis, and I think about how that got started, I think of Don Brown first.
He's built this fantastic company. He's a brilliant visionary. He knows every part of the business. He has credibility from technology to business people across the board. But what I think is fantastic is he's still just a pretty humble, nice guy.
I had built this image of him as one thing, but when I met him, I was like, wow, he's just a common guy. You know, we went to lunch in his car and it was a mess because he had kids at the time, and you know, it was just interesting to see that immediately with him.
Of our first 20 hires at Interactive Intelligence, I'm going back to '95. All but 3 are still with the company.
If you think about the traits of leadership, you have vision, which is obviously significant here, but you also have to have somebody who has a high level of integrity. Anytime you need to get to a lot of people following a leader, especially a lot of young people who are very talented, very intelligent, computer science type degreed people, they want to follow somebody that they believe in, that they trust, and that they know that he's going to deliver on this great vision. And then he's created an environment just filled with passionate people that never tend to leave him.
Don has the ability to focus his mental energy on any subject and master it. When we were in college, we went snow skiing, and he had never been snow skiing. And the first time down, he fell at least 40 times. The second time, he fell probably 50 times. I came back late that afternoon and found him on one of the advanced slopes, and he was skiing fine. He really tries to apply himself to the maximum amount that he can, and fortunately for him, that maximum amount is way above what we average Joes are doing, so it works out.
As I think about Indianapolis in 1990, in terms of the software and what was going on, there really wasn't much going on. And Don's efforts really, with software artistry, got things started. And as you look at how the people and the wealth that was created from software artistry drove other things, it's a really important cog in the wheel.
He's shown that you can be in Indianapolis. You don't have to be in Silicon Valley or in Boston to start a very progressive technology company and go and compete with these guys that are in the big cities.
Without Don Brown, this tech community in central Indiana and the state would be about half where it is today.
From his first company through Interactive Intelligence, there were always people questioning, why are you trying to go so big? He would listen and he would show concern and he would just keep moving forward. So he has always been a trailblazer.
Virtually everything that he has done from a company standpoint, I can point to specific instances within dealership programming, within software artistry, and within interactive intelligence where the technology that was implemented, it was implemented here first.
He's really about executing on a vision where we compete and beat the biggest players in the industry. No problem's too big or for us to try to challenge. I think he thrives on the fact that we beat on companies like Cisco and Avaya, these big companies that supposedly are so far ahead of everybody from a technology perspective. So I think that's Don's game. He wants to go after big dreams, and he tends to hit it over the wall each time.
I think people think, oh, Don's been so successful because he's so smart. And I would argue he's been successful because he never gives up. I think you could take away a lot of the IQ and he would still be just as successful because he never gives up. He keeps trying to find a way to accomplish the goal that he wants to accomplish.
Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Don Brown. Don.
Wow, that's a little bit hard to live up to. I'm going to have a word with some of the people who participated in that video. It has been a hell of a ride. It's been a lot of fun to be involved, especially at a pretty propitious time in the state of the evolution of technology in Indiana. When Joe and I started dealership programming these many years ago, we were the technology industry. I was the entire development staff. Joe was the sales force. We didn't know what the hell we were doing, but we were determined and pioneered, marched on ahead. In fact, one funny story I have to tell you, we landed a big deal down in Atlanta, an organization that had multiple locations. And this is before local area networks were around. That my kids won't understand this story because the internet's everywhere. But back in those days, you had to have physical wires to connect locations. And this customer had two buildings separated by a major interstate, as my recollection is I-75. And so Joe and my brother Robert took a cable. They didn't know anything about getting permission or talking to authorities. They took a cable. Joe climbed a ladder up one side of the interstate and threaded the cable through onto the interstate, told Robert to run when there was a gap. Robert climbed the pole on the other side, and now you just have to imagine that the cable is dangling, on the interstate, and Robert is frantically yanking it through, and Joe is up at the top, just kind of moving in the wind a little bit on his ladder, and to his horror, he looks and he sees a semi barreling down the interstate, and he yells to Robert, "Get down and run!" And so Robert jumps down the ladder, grabs the cable, runs as hard as he can, and this cable cleared the top of this semi by inches. And if it hadn't, Joe surely would have died. But they used that system for years. They always did wonder. They wondered why, with every lightning strike, they had tremendous electrical problems on their systems. It wasn't grounded or anything or shielded. But that was just the attitude that there was no obstacle that was too big to surmount. So that's what we did at dealership programming, and then we foolishly turned around and started software artistry and had the same sort of attitude that we don't know what the hell we're doing, but we're not going to give up. We are just bulldogs. We will make this work no matter what. And that's why it's strange to me to reflect that roughly 19 years ago tonight, software artistry had reached a point where it was beginning to take off. It was about 300 people. It was teed up for an IPO, but there was something in me that was unsatisfied. And so foolishly enough, I made the decision then, even though I was making good money and was working with great people and everything was teed up, to leave. And so I struck out on my own and started interactive intelligence. And for the first few months, I was sitting in an office by myself, and on more than one occasion, I thought, what the hell did I do? What the hell have I done? I left this organization because I wanted to go through this startup experience again. I had some itch that hadn't been scratched. But over time, I was joined by Joe and Jeff and Paul and Pam and many others from software artistry and many others in the community, many of you here tonight. And I just want to say thank you to all of you who were crazy enough, foolish enough to follow me in that sort of quixotic vision. It has been a wild, wild ride. We went public in '99, saw our stock price go to $30 or so on the first day, rise to $54 over the period of a few months, crashed down after the dot-com bust to a low of 2. And then, back up to a decent level today. So it's been just an unbelievable amount of fun. It's been tremendous. We're still going and chasing big dreams, competing with the big guys and trying to kick their asses every day, and more often than not succeeding. So I just want to thank all the interactive people who are here tonight and the many tremendous contributions you all have made, and I certainly wouldn't be up here without all of you, and we're not done yet. Thank you all.
It is something to think about, Don, when you started software artistry, and kind of what I think about is the family tree that came out of software artistry. And if you start to think about that a little, Bob Compton was your VC, and he helped you with funding. You convinced Bob to invest in you, and Bob had plenty of success with you and took some of that success, and he turned around and invested in another young entrepreneur that he thought would have a little bit of success, and his $500,000 did pretty well with Exact Target. And so Bob is a connection. You know, Scott Weber came in and joined and moved in from Chicago, and Scott wouldn't have been here without Don. Scott's, you know, we saw BidPal tonight, Autobase. He's a member of Halo. He invests in a number of companies. Bear with me because there's lots of people that Don has touched. Bill Godfrey and Rob McLaughlin with their story at Primo, and Bill is active today as a Halo member and mentoring other young companies. Bill wouldn't have been here without Don. Steve Ehrlich, for those of you who know Steve, another awesome individual who's got a great business going called PolicyStat, and Steve. It was really Steve and Bill that started TechPoint Foundation for Youth. It was their vision to drive it and to get that going. So all of that effort doesn't happen. Mark Boxberger, Scott McCorkle, you know, there's just plenty and plenty of people, Don, whose lives you've touched, and those people have touched many other lives. And so, for that, thank you very much. You know, I've got a chance to work with Don over the course of the last 9 years, and you kind of think of a guy driving to build this company, and again, 1,400 people. I think Interactive did business in 60 or so companies all over the world. It's really a great business. But what I love about Don is not that part of him. You know, Don has 8 kids. And so we'll be sitting in a board meeting, and that phone will ring, and he's one of his kids. He is up, and he's going to take care of his kids, and it's just awesome to see that part of it. And it was really fun for me to watch Don share some of his wit and humor with all of us tonight. So again, thank you. So for all of the winners. Awesome. We're looking forward to you being the next Angie's List or Exact Target or Interactive, and we need more public companies here in Central Indiana. We need more wealth creation, more jobs. We need more software engineers. I think we're going to work on that a little bit. One of Mike's initiatives. So for all of the winners, congratulations. It takes a lot of hard work to get it done. And for all of that hard work, for all of you that are part of those businesses, congratulations. So enjoy the rest of the evening, and Mike's gonna finish us off. Thank you.
One last congratulations to all of our winners. So this concludes our awards ceremony, but we ain't done yet. We still have next door. We're going to be transitioning next door to the live band, roaming magician, all the fun you want. We have a photo station for you and your team. Pick up your finalist plaques over there. For those of you that were finalists, please, winners, assemble your teams. Get those photos as well that you can share with the rest of the family back at the headquarters. 10:15. The auction and the raffle closes. So those of you that bid and are wanting to make sure you're on top, you have till 10:15 to do that. And those of you who haven't, please do. It goes to a good cause, and there's some excellent prizes in there. At 10:15, we will have the induction into the winner's circle. Ice Miller will be there to induct all of you winners. We're going to have you come up on stage with the band in intermission, celebrate you one last time together in one group. So the representatives from each of those organizations, please be prepared at 10:15 to do that. And then at 10:30, we're going to announce the winners of the raffle and the silent auction. So now that we got the housekeeping out of the way, thank you to all of you, young and also the experienced folks that have helped to make this community what it is and laid the foundation for what it is. How far we have come from the explanations that Don gave us earlier. I was just running the numbers a couple weeks ago just to see what has happened of late. And do you realize that in less than 4 years, we've not only built it from this small tech community, but in less than 4 years alone, in just the IPOs and the acquisitions that have happened here, if you add just those companies together, it adds up to $3.4 billion in market value that was created here and just realized in the less than 4 years. Most of those companies barely or didn't exist 10 years ago. And in that time frame, they've created 3,500 jobs here for this industry. So that's very, very significant. My challenge and the thing that makes me get up in the morning and want to chase this is that for the next year, I want us to think big, think national significance, put Indy and Indiana on the map to be able to take us so that 10 years from now, again, we can have another order of magnitude growth, as Mark referenced earlier. But for tonight, let's party. Thank you.
One more time.